So Vault-Tec finally dropped. The Vault-Tec DLC came in a few days ago. I didn't had any time to post anything until now, but I had to make some time for this. First things first, for all those guys who love the part with the lore-friendly stuff in it, this is as lore-friendly as the Pope in a bikini hunting a Yeti through the desert with a fat man. Now that we got that thing out of the way, let's start with my little tour. So here we are, we're coming into the vault. The only thing I did around this part is clean the place up. It wasn't a lot to do here. And I kinda redecorated the security office. Let's go and have a check. I placed a few extra consoles, cleaned the lockers, added ammo, put some guns on the walls, security desk. The other room that you have when you start, it's the reactor room. I left it as a communications room. Of course I've cleaned it up, but this works good as a communications room for my vault. Now let's go into the atrium. Here we are, my little atrium. We have some machines here, a few tables, benches. The entire vault has modern art on the walls, and of course vault posters. 2 pool tables, a seating area. Move up here, we have kind of a common library. The overseer has a view here also. Now let's go in and check the overseer's office. I placed it in the middle, up here. I kept her as the overseer. I didn't want the job. Here's her room.
Did the machine just say degenerate?
Of course she has her own bathroom.
So strange having people about.
So let's go see the other rooms that are directly connected to the atrium now. This is a huge place, so it's gonna be a lot of walking. On the long corridors I'm gonna speed up the image a little bit. I tried to keep this entire construction in only one segment, but I had to make another one because I couldn't find a way to connect it.
It keeps making weird clicking noises.
So here we have our classroom. And a fitness area. It isn't with a lot of decor because this is kind of my alpha build, where I learn everything I needed to learn for a future build. Up here we have the commissary. Actually here are all the vendors. Or will be all the vendors, because I only have about 6 settlers right now. But this vault in this current state can support 59, and if I tweak it I can get 100 to 120 settlers in here. A bathroom. And here are the rooms for the... What the hell? What's singing? Is this activated? I have no idea from where the hell does this music come from. But here are the rooms that the vendors will have.
The thing's broke. It's making weird
Here is our cafeteria and our clinic. And now I know from where the music comes from the cafeteria. Okay. This is the clinic. I kept this build simple because I lack the time to actually go further deep in it, but eventually I will. Here's my cafeteria. This is the big one. I have another one in another complex. This is an exit zone. This is the part I couldn't connect. You'll see why later. Now connected to this place is my workshop, with all the workbenches that I could use in my playthrough. This area, this second exit zone, is because I couldn't connect that tunnel with the vault. I couldn't find a way, but maybe if I would have tried harder I would. I'm gonna keep this for the last part of the presentation. There is something down there.
Why blue? I mean, would a yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
Let's go in our first residential area. A small storage space. So here we have our first residential area. It's only rooms for the people who live here. Each and every one has a little bit of a furniture inside. Although this is an alpha build, I couldn't just leave it like empty. I couldn't bear myself to have an empty place. Now let's go in to see the reactor. Here's another bathroom. The reactor is in that segment of the building. Here is a small locker room. And here's the reactor control room. And here we have our reactor. Let's go further up. Another bathroom. Now here's another common area. Seating, pool table, a jukebox. Because there we have the second residential part. Here's the second cafeteria. Everything's stocked in. I only need to populate the vault. And there's two ways you can populate a vault. Wait for all the settlers to come in, or simply bring them in with console commands. I usually use console commands to bring in all the essential settlers like guards and storekeepers. Another toilet, lavatory. And this is the biggest room in the entire vault. So somebody who's gonna be important is gonna have this room. These two are normal rooms, made for two settlers. higher we go, this is what we're gonna get. Just rooms for settlers. What? Wait, there's a glitch here. Okay. I have invisible beds and furniture. As long as I'm... What the... Oh god. I hate it when this happens. But anyway. These are all rooms for the settlers. Because in such a big complex, it's good to have a lot of settlers. You see a lot of activity running around. And I think in the next week I'm gonna take the time to properly populate this place. It's a pretty big place with a lot of rooms, but you kinda get the idea. They are a shitload of rooms. Now we came in from the reactor. Let's go to the hydroponics. There's supplies around. And look at it. I built a pretty huge hydroponics area. This is a break room / locker room for the people who will be working the hydroponics. More supplies. Now let's check this place. I choose to make it in 2 steps, this for the big ones, and then I'm having this tables with, of course, the hydraulic system oh my god, the water system put in. So this right here, it's enough food for 60 settlers. Going further, let's see, we have a residential area there, and here's another lavatory, another bathroom. Now there are 2 residential parts. This is the bottom part, the same layout in all the rooms. It's easier to do like this when you build... What is this? Now this is a mistake. Remove it. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. The same layout in every room. It's easier to build like this, plus the Vault-Tec guys always had the same type of rooms in everything. Let's go to the other part of the residential area that's actually above. Again, rooms for settlers, rooms for settlers, room, a shitload of rooms. I'm not gonna go into each and every one because they're mostly the same. The only thing different is the picture, the carpet, and sometimes the plant. More room. Let's go higher. And here we have our another sitting area, but this is the most interesting part, and this place is a little research area. Jesus, sometimes I get lost in here. This is the exit zone. Of course I labeled everything so I don't get lost. And this exit zone connects to the other exit zone that I didn't connect this with the one up here. Now, at first I didn't understand how to do it, now I actually know how to do it, but I didn't want to put extra work in it because this is an alpha build and I'm going to do a lot of working on this project in the future. Just because it's a good waste of time and fun. So we're back from where we started in the first cafeteria, the big one, next to the clinic and the atrium. Now the other part, the other exit zone that's here, connects us to the water. But I didn't find any good pieces to use in this tunnel, so I just leave it as is and build in it. So I made this locker room, fixed the walls, it has its own bathroom, I've built this place in the middle, like a small, I don't know, supply zone. And here we have our water plant. Because it's a separate structure, I have a guard post on it. Let's go inside. From here, the people can work on the water. You have a good view on it. So kinda that's it. It's actually a pretty large construction, and right now in this alpha state it can hold 60 settlers and feed 60 settlers. And with a few tweaks here and there I can actually bring it up to 100 to 120 settlers and make it a lot bigger. For example, I did not use this entire zone. This entire part I didn't use because I kinda like the way the trains look, but if I was to build this to a huge complex, I would have taken out everything and just go crazy on it. But the purpose of this build was to understand the entire area and the system. So I hope you guys liked my Vault complex, and if you do, please give it a like, and if you have some suggestions, please drop it down in the comment box. Thank you for watching, and maybe see you next time.